do a quick video of what I carry with me in my kit all the time. This isn't what I carry fishing. This is kind of the worst happen. I need to get food. What can I use? If it was the case that I am going bushcrafting and I know I'm going fishing, I'm going to be carrying stuff like this. I'm going to be carrying the big box. I'm going to carry my Shimano Katana. Brilliant little rod. It falls down to about 1.5 feet in total. And then I'm going to be carrying like all my bits and bobs and stuff like that. But this is just kind of something small I carry with me all the time. If I see a little river I'm passing or something, I can make a quick little jimmy rig, I suppose would be the best way to put it, and I can fish with it and hopefully catch myself a trout or a perch or something. The target species I'd be going for in this would only be trout or perch, because realistically in Ireland, and I am speaking for Ireland only, but in Ireland that's the only thing you're going to be catching really if you want to eat something quick. So I'll just turn the camera around and I'll give you a little look here now. Just bear with me 1 second, guys. Now, so this is what we have. It's an old wooden tub. So first of all, I carry 2 of these lads. These are the small little crack lights. They're exact same as the glow sticks, just much smaller. You see them there. I actually use these as well for if I'm doing a camp with more than 2 or 3 people for my guidelines, because we've all been through it before. We've all caught our throat or tripped over on someone else's guidelines, so I just tiny bit of tape and I tape them on. They last for about 12 hours, something like that, so they work great. And I got a box of them there for, I think it was $1.50. I'll show you here now. They come into places like Aldi and Lidl and stuff like that, so that's there. There's 30-40 I'd say in that, packets of them, so that's plenty enough for you. And it was like $1.50 or something like that. So second is a couple of little jimmy rigs, as I like to call them. I'll always carry a couple of little flies with me, so I have a couple of little lads here. I'm just gonna, nope, that's not going to focus in on it, so I'm just going to hold it back. So that's one. Then I have a little dragonfly. That's a great little lad. I find that's fantastic for trout and rivers and stuff like that. And then just a couple of small little dry flies, little floating flies. Then I carry these 2. This is a shrimp, and can you figure out what that is? Let me know, because I haven't a clue. It's a little fish of some sort. But these 2 I carry purely for sea fishing. So if I end up camping by the sea or something like that, I can just pop them out and have a shot trying to catch some dinner. Second, little lure, sled. He's supposed to imitate a roach, I believe. But I love these. These are fantastic for trout and perch, especially perch. Large perch will go for these all day long. And in my mind, perch are one of the best fish to eat in our Irish waters. So people will argue that with me, but they are very bony, but they are absolutely beautiful at the same time. So next, pack of size 14s. Normally I'd be very strict on barbless hooks, but this is my bushcraft bag. So what I mean by that, sorry there, I'm just going to fix the camera again, guys. As I say, I'm not a photographer or a videographer, don't pretend to be. So these here are the barbless, as I was saying. The reason I carry barbless opposed to not barbless is purely for, I'm fishing, this whole setup is fishing for something that I'm going to eat. Okay, I'm not worried, I suppose, as much about the health of the fish, because I am going to be eating the fish. Whereas if I'm going down for sport fishing, I am a huge fisherman myself. I really am into sport fishing, but I would use barbless all the time when I'm just catch and release. But as I said, this is purely for food, so hence why barbed. Next is just a little packet of BB weights. Great little yokes. If any is a fish before, you'll agree. 2 little ledger weights. So if it is the case it's a very bright and sunny day, what you'll find is most of the time you'll get the trout or the perch will be sitting right down near the bottom of the water. You're not going to be catching them if you're fishing off the surface with dry flies or something, so that's why I carry the 2 ledger weights. I carry 2 floats, 2 separate types of floats. Okay, so this one here I find works fantastically for rivers. It's a bobble float, I believe it's called, or loafer float or something like that. I'm not great with names. And then the second one's just plain simple pencil float. With the floats, you'll see on them, they've got little bits of writing on them. This one's probably a better example. It says Premier 2BB. You're not going to be able to see that, but that literally means that two of the BB weights is enough to keep that sitting just there. And that's what you want. You don't want, say for example, my hands level with water, you don't want it sitting up here and doing this kind of stuff, and you don't want it sitting down here and you will not be able to see it. You want it just a nice little bit above the water. So there's great guides on them for it. Next is a disgorger. These are absolutely fantastic little rigs for any that don't fish. They are used to get the hook out of the mouth. You clip it onto the line, you slide it down the line, the hook will sit in there, you just push down, pop out. And then I carry two little spinners. So this is a spinner I bought in Lidl, and the reason it went into this kit was because I said I didn't mind if I lose it, because obviously I'm not going to be using a rod and line for this one. But this here is my favourite. Out of all my gear, this here is called a Mepps, a blue spotted Mepps size 0. And I have no idea, but out of every spinner I use, which I'll show you now, is a lot of spinners. This is like one of 5 boxes. But out of every spinner I use, blue spotted Mepps for trout and perch, best thing in the world in my opinion. And then finally, 6-pound line. The reason that I go for 6-pound is I find any higher than that, the fish will see it, and they'll follow that line down to the hook, look at that hook, and look at that worm and go, no, I'm out of here. I don't carry a reel or anything like that for this particular kit. Now, as I said, if I'm going fishing, I will have a reel with me, and a rod, the whole shebang. But what I do is make a hobo reel out of my Pathfinder cup. So literally all I have to do is tie one end of that onto, you all know, the hole on the side of the Pathfinder cup, and then literally spool it round, and works fantastically. These are like £2 or something like that, so if it's ever the case that I need to use it, I can kind of get rid of the line I have used beforehand, and I'll get 2 or 3 fishing out of this. But yeah, that's pretty much my bushcraft fishing kit. It's not huge. I don't like carrying kind of fishing gear with me everywhere, because 90% of the time I'm bushcrafting, I'm not going to be anywhere near somewhere that's fishing. I'm usually camping down beside a tiny little river or something like that, but it probably won't hold any fish or anything. But I just always like to keep this in my bag, because it weighs absolutely nothing, like maybe 25-30 grams, possibly more. It's dead light, like it weighs nothing. And wait, no, not grams, probably a little bit more than that. But yeah, I don't even notice it in my bag. It's small enough, it fits into a tiny little side pocket, and it just means that if I ever am in a situation, and I do a lot of camping in Cavan, there's 365 lakes in Cavan, I'm always going to be near somewhere kind of, so it's just kind of handy little thing that I do carry with me. So I hope that's explained some of the answers. I think it was Jeff who was asking about this, so let us know what you think, Jeff. Anyway, alright, Andrew, sign.